Putting my compound turbo 6.7 power stroke to the ultimate test, towing 30,000 pounds, 30 hours across the country to pick up a very special car. So if you want to see what that car is, stay tuned until the end of this video. We got some driving to do, let's go. With less than 2,000 miles since the 2020 engine swap, we're gonna put this thing to the ultimate test in order to pick up a special car all the way across the country at my friend Tommy's shop in Connecticut. So in the last video, we kind of had the truck in the same state, which was that it was just running and doing some weird stuff. So sometimes it would start, sometimes it wouldn't start. It would start, it would kind of lope, it would do some weird things. The oil pressure sensor was doing some weird stuff, and I didn't necessarily know if that had anything to do with the way that it ran, or maybe it had like a safety on it. Turns out I don't think that was the issue. Since we did this whole install, we pretty much used everything from a 2020 engine in it. So we had the 2020 injectors, fuel rails, and pressure sensors. I was talking to the tuner, and they said that we actually needed to run the 2017 sensors in the fuel rail. So we actually just went ahead and swapped those out. There's a fuel pressure regulator in the back, or fuel pressure sensor, and a fuel pressure sensor in the front of the rail. So we just swapped those sensors over, and as soon as we put those new sensors in this thing literally fired up and didn't have any issues at all. Ran smooth, ran quiet, didn't do any of the weird loping or anything like that. So as you can see up here in the engine bay, we have the big ATS Aurora 6000 turbo, the full compound turbo kit. And again, like I said, I put about 1,500 miles on this thing so far, and we've only had, I think, 2 issues. So we blew an intercooler pipe off, and then this intercooler pipe right here actually had a little bit of a boost leak. And we are running a 5-position switch in this thing with some custom compound tunes on it. And yeah, take a look at just how this thing fires up now, because in the last video it didn't do that. Look at that, there she goes, she fires right off. Then we're also going to convert the front of this thing to the 2020 front, because that's my favorite front end. Before we end up swapping the front end on this thing, I want to do a quick little towing test, and then we'll get right back to it. All right, so last time I towed this trailer was a year and 8 months ago, because we went out, I think it was January, we went out to California for the LZ World Tour in California. We towed it with my 2018 F250 single rear wheel. We had a little bit of an issue with the bed height, so we just raised that up. I think we might be all right. My concern was with 3 torsion axles kind of pivoting and having all the weight on the back axle and the front one kind of freewheeling. But I want to test it because this one has a little bit bigger tires, and I think it sets up a little bit taller than that truck. Anyhow, we got everything connected. We got air in the tires, unloaded some cars out of it, connected stuff up here. So we want to test and see how close everything is to hitting, because we had an issue previous where it hit right here. And I'd like to see how the compound turbo does towing a big old freaking load like this. So trailer itself is really heavy, and so yeah, kind of a dual purpose thing. We got to test this thing, make sure it's roadworthy, because we're getting ready to do like a 30-hour straight across the country and then straight back. And I'm going to try to navigate out of here without hitting stuff. So that's kind of like the bad thing about having so many cars, is having so many cars when you want to move stuff or do things. We had 3 cars in this trailer that we had to unload, and then now we had to move a bunch of stuff to get out of here. So I'm going to try to navigate out of here without hitting things, and then we're going to see how the compound turbo tows this setup. All right, so let's see if we can make it out of the parking lot. All right, first time rigging with this thing with a gooseneck on it. It's big. The gear ratios in this truck are, I think they're 410 versus my last truck, I think it was 373. So the gear ratios will be a little bit better, you know, for towing, especially the heavier stuff. I mean, it feels good. We only have one car in there right now, and it's just a shell. But the big thing is just getting this thing back out on the road, you know, feeling it, looking at the wheels and tires. It's crazy. See the strap right there? Like as soon as you have like the goose on here, the bed does some crazy stuff. Also, I got to get used to towing this thing on some tight back roads because freaking Connecticut is crazy. You know, with the other truck, it would always be towing between like 15 to 30 pounds of boost, but like on a smaller turbo, and you didn't really care about it very much. But now with this, like as soon as you're in the throttle a little bit, it's like 30 pounds of boost right away. So it's like, it just feels like it's making so much more power, which I guess is kind of concerning, you know, like making power towing a big trailer, which makes it really easy to tow the trailer, but you're like, am I hurting this thing, you know? But again, that's why we have the 2020 pistons and rods and all that stuff in it. So acceleration. Accelerating, we were like 28, 29 pounds of boost, which I sent a log to the guys who are tuning this thing, and they said that it seems like we're really down on airflow and down on boost too, because it is a little bit sooty. Like if I'm like kind of going like low and then I accelerate in it does like a little bit more smoke than I'd like, but it has really good power, like feels really good. But the 29 pounds of boost didn't feel like we were like hurting it, and that's one good thing, because I just wanted to kind of test and see. But it does feel good getting her back out on the road, because now that I've towed with it, I think the last time we towed with it, we drove it up the street once, came back, hooked up, and then literally hooked up to it and was like, all right, freaking 18 hours to California. So I guess the brakes too, that's another thing. You could feel just the slightest little bit of like it's like a, but that's not good. We need like, you squeeze that thing and they all lock up. I mean, it doesn't look too high. I think once we get a smidge of weight in it too, kind of lower it down. It has like a leveling kit, like the blocks. It would almost be funny to like lower it down, so then it would actually be like level with it being like squished down a little bit. But I wish the trailer didn't look so ugly, because it looks ugly behind the truck. But you know, another day. So I think there's definitely a little bit more weight on the back. The front tire just looks nice and relaxed, you know. The rear tire looks a little bit more stressed. Probably a little, you know, I don't know. I almost wonder if we should, like, you know, if we just say, hey, we know that this thing's gonna be a little bit higher in the front. Put like a little spacer here, put one spacer here, two spacers there. Kind of, you know. So yeah, as you can see, it runs good, it idles good, it drives down the road really, really good. And the one thing that I'd really like to do to the front of this thing is actually convert it to the full 2020 front end setup. I think that is the best looking front end on these trucks. I really like the 6-speed transmission of this 2017 to 2019, but the front ends, they just, I mean, they're okay. They're definitely a really, really good looking truck. I think these trucks are some of the best looking ones on the road, but the 2020 front end is really nice. This truck, fortunately enough, is already a Lariat Ultimate. So it has the LED headlights, it has the 360 camera on it, and the LED fog lights. But we're gonna go ahead and swap out all of this stuff in the front for a lot of the stuff that I have right here. We have the 2020 style headlights with the black housing and the LED to go all the way around. Grill support up here in the front. I got this from Morimoto. They make this, and just the black sport grill, as well as the black emblems right here with the camera option. So it's gonna look really cool. I would like to do a little bit of paint matching on in the future with the front bumper, but for now, I just want to do the headlights and the grille and see how this thing looks. All right, so the radiator, this has an aftermarket transmission cooler in it. You can see this fella has been chopped. We'll just give her the buzz. So a little bit of an issue, these modules, the wiring completely different. Look at this. These guys, little bitty with a little bitty guy, and then that one has a big one. So we need a different LED. So it means we got to put it back together, and I guess we're gonna do this another day. Alright, so we're going to take a quick little break from the update on the 6.7 Power Stroke and the compound turbo and show you guys a cool product that we've actually been using at the shop to diagnose all these freaking trucks. If you guys don't know, I have just got myself into a mess of Super Duties. You got 6.0s, 6.4s, 6.7s, 5.9 Cummins, and a bunch of other stuff. So this is actually the Launch 431 Elite Pro. So this is a really, really nice scanner. You can see right here, comes in a really nice blow molded case. But as you can tell, this thing has been used. Sean's used it quite a bit. I've used it. It's greasy. It's not straight out of the box, but it has been freaking awesome. So this truck has a mean misfire. So we'll just fire this unit up for you. She's freaking barely running. So we're gonna go ahead and hit diagnostic right here. Let's go ahead and click the little diagnostic button right here. This thing has a lot of functions. It has over 38 reset functions. It has a VAG guided, basically VAG guides, which means that if you have like a Volkswagen vehicle where they have a lot of complex systems, this thing will literally guide you through the diagnostic. Right here, you can do an automatic search, you can do a system scan, health report. It'll do a lot of things like look at the ABS modules. It'll look at a ton of stuff. All right, so we're gonna go into system selection. Right here we're gonna go into the powertrain control module because that's what we would like to look at. You can see there's security module, transmission control module, parking aid, ABS, traction control systems. And like I said, you can do over 38 reset functions with this scanner alone. One of my favorite things to do, or the simplest things to do on here, is actually do a power balance test right here. So if you've seen, we just went special functions, engine power balance. We're gonna hit that, and that is gonna tell us a lot. So look at that. I'll go ahead, we'll clear that. Look at the idle right here. So we have cylinder number 2, cylinder number 3, and cylinder number 4 that are all over the place right now. And one of the other cool things too is you can actually record this. You can send it to somebody, or you can click right there, take a screenshot of that. So you can see we're down at least 3 injectors. So we're gonna go ahead and clear that. Another thing that we could do is a relative compression, which that's a good way on like a 6.7 or a 6.4 or even a 6.0 to see how smooth it is. And it essentially you crank it with good batteries in it, and it sees how long and how fast it cranks between, and it'll show whether the cylinders are 1 to 2 to 4% off, which is really cool. Keep alive memory, so you can clear all of that stuff. Actuation test, which is really cool. So you could actually go right here, test a couple of the functions. So you could disable injector number 1. So let's see, we'll go ahead and do that. Normal. And then there's an audible difference in it. So it's obviously, it's pretty mad disabling injector 1. You can do fuel pump, you can do ICP. So you could actually control the pressure regulator and actually watch the live data as you're messing with one of these Power Strokes. 1%, can't really hear the turbo, but if you go 85% duty, you can hear that turbo spooling up, and then you could actually turn it all the way, open the vanes all the way. and you could just hear how that frees up the motor. But that's a good way to really test test your turbo, test your VGT actuator. Pressure desired, regulator, pressure, Fickum sync. We'll do Fickum voltage. This is a good way to diagnose some stuff. So you can see, as we're just idling right here, 24% commanded. I am really, really pleased with this scanner, and we've used it a ton around the shop. I do have a link in the description that will take you to Amazon, and that is how launch the company will actually kind of track, you know, my stuff. But as of right now, it's about 650 bucks on Amazon. The price does go up and down a little bit, but if you guys do use my link in the description, I will get credit for it, and then launch will hopefully be willing to work with me on some future stuff, because this scanner has honestly been really awesome, and we've used it a ton at the shop, just diagnosing trucks and cars and just other random things like that. Here's the link to the Amazon thing, so if you guys want to check that out, this is just my computer screen. Use my link in the description, as I said right there. Price is about $645 as of right now. Literally, when they shipped it to me, it arrived the next day. So really rad, it's helped me a ton. And again, 2 years of free updates, FDA, SGW access, online coding, ECU coding, as well as the DOIP and the CAN FD protocols, which is really good. So does a lot of stuff. I definitely think it could help you out, and I think the price point is really, really good for how much stuff you actually get. So appreciate them for sending it out. Let's get back to the 6.7. It's freaking hot. Front end stuff didn't work, so we went ahead and put the factory stuff back on it. We got the trailer hooked up because we got to go do some registration stuff with a weight and a certified weight for that. So I gotta go figure that out. So we hooked the trailer back up, and then now we're actually gonna go get the certified weight, move a couple cars around, because we gotta drive across the country, because we gotta give one away. So we gotta hurry up. So. Reagan. All right, boys, so we're over here. We're gonna try to get a weight. Well, actually, we are gonna get a weight. I am curious how heavy this whole entire setup is. We're 20,000. Hello. 11,140 pounds. It's kind of a big girl. So now that we have an official weight of the trailer, we're gonna take this opportunity, since the trailer is already hooked up, to head to my house to pick up our last giveaway car, which was this SR20-swapped S14. So we're gonna be bringing that to the shop, loading it in the trailer, and actually hand delivering it to the winner, which is really, really cool, since we are bringing the 2-car trailer out. Also, a little bit of a spoiler alert, we are stealing the SR20 out of my Datsun 510, and we're bringing it up to Connecticut with us, and we're swapping that engine into the next giveaway car, and that is going to be the next video you guys will see, so stay tuned for that. All right, so we made it to my house, and this is where I guess the part gets, I don't know if it's sad or happy or whatever it is, but this is my 72 Datsun 510. I've had this thing since I was 13 years old. It was my great grandma's car, and we're here today to steal the engine out of it for a very special project. So, you guys ready for this? Those of you guys who have been watching the channel, I think I made videos of this thing in 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. Look at it. So this is a fully built SR20. It's got aftermarket sleeves, pistons, rods, built head, cams, all kinds of crazy stuff. It's got a Greddy intake manifold. It was powder coated purple. It's got a Garrett GTX 3076R. ID injectors, it's on E85 AEM version 2. It's a lot of engine for a little car like this, and I kind of wish I would have done things a little bit different at the time. So that's why I feel like this engine is better suited for the upcoming project. It's a little bit sad. We're gonna load this thing up in the trailer, take it to the shop, and steal the engine out of it. I don't know what to think about that yet. So it wasn't a tire. This strap right here. That's kind of crazy, yeah? Yeah, I just heard a big pop. And then like a bunch of slapping, and I said, shit. That's crazy. I guess you can't have things in the bed of your truck because it goes, you know? And then it, for some reason, got sucked underneath the truck, wrapped around the drive shaft, made a big slap and a weird noise. I thought I blew a tire. Honestly, that's pretty good. Being on the side of the road could have been way worse. So to add to the road trip prep blues, brakes. So we had the brakes on the trailer. Last time we towed this thing, I said I wasn't gonna tow it anymore without completely redoing the brakes. As you can see, there's some grease that made its way into the whole brake setup, and they're kind of gross. So we didn't have very much stopping power on this thing, and obviously this trailer weighs 11,000 pounds by itself, without a car, without everything else in it. So it was a little bit sketchy. You could feel a little bit of braking, but not very much braking. Went ahead and got 6 new backing plates with all the brakes and everything already assembled on them. So pretty much, all we need to do is clean up the inside of the rotors or the drums, and then we should be able to install the rest of the stuff. All right, so we got SR loaded up, transmission, and then an RB26 that was out of my R33. That's just a bare shell with a bare head. So we might try to do some stuff with the machine shop up there. Finally loaded up, 11 o'clock. Car's in here, stuff's in here. We got a cooler, giveaway car. Bumpers up there, tons of tools, stuff, fuel, just all of it. Always late. All right, guys, good morning. It's left the house about 6 in the morning. It's 7 right now, so we got 1 hour down. 26 hours left, 1,850 miles. It is Saturday, 7 in the morning. It shows we're gonna get to Connecticut, our destination, at 11:20 in the morning tomorrow. It's a beautiful day. We got some hot air balloons out ripping. That's always a good sign. Last night I got done loading up about 11 p.m. I initially wanted to try and leave last night, but I'm actually really glad that, you know, I took a shower, felt like I didn't really sleep, but at least I laid down in my bed. Loading up stuff, especially with me, I wanted to bring half the shop. The compound turbo 6.7, it's driving really good. I'm pretty happy with it. It just feels good, it feels nice. It's the best truck I've ever towed with, like hands down. Like even the F450 was sick. It was stock, like stock everything. With the 10-speed, it was really good, but this thing, like the combination with the compound turbo, the 6-speed transmission, the factory like lariat interior with like the lane keep stuff, it doesn't keep you in the lane, it just buzzes. It's just a nice truck and I like it. We're gonna see how it does the rest of this drive, so keep you guys updated. All right, boys, so we are in Kansas in Topeka, so I think we're about 7 or 8 hours into the drive, and this thing has been awesome. Haven't shut it off once because normally I just don't leave her running, let her do its thing. But tell you what, the power, it is all there. This trailer, the gooseneck, it just tows so much better than a bumper pull. Like a bumper pull feels like the tail is wagging the dog. Right here it feels like you're wagging the tail. We're gonna do a little thing, see how many dollars it takes. It's telling us we're E and we've made it 275 miles. 39.9. 275 miles, that's not good. That's really not good. We made it to, where are we at? We're going to 5 guys. We parked at a mall. What's that smell? Definitely warm, but not hot. All right, so we made it to Columbia, Missouri. So we're like 100 and some miles away from St. Louis. We decided to stop for some food. We went to Five Guys. Luckily, there's like a Five Guys in a mall parking lot. So we were able to like go in the parking lot, park like diagonal, get like a perfect thing. We pulled over on the side of the road in like a median thing. Throwing the hazards, was like zooming in on the map, like, okay, here's the route in here. Cause, I don't know, big trailer, it's just kind of weird sometimes, you know? You could just get in some tight spots. Visibility's not great. There's a Texas Roadhouse. It would have been nice if we'd have had time for that, but Five Guys isn't bad. Now we're on the road again. Look at that, 17 hours left. She's doing good though. That was the first time we turned it off all trip, so she's running for at least 12 hours. When this light turns green, we're gonna go. You wanna listen to it? That was kind of interesting. We just pulled in to get some fuel in St. Louis. As soon as we pulled in, we heard a hissing, like some crazy like squeal. I was like, there's something wrong with some of these like air brakes or something. And literally it was the valve stem on our trailer. So we luckily we have 2 spares. We went ahead and swapped one on. Now we're back on the road. 15 hours left. 15, almost 16 left. All right, so the hills here in Pennsylvania are no joke. Like there's some solid grades, like going up, down, everything. I'm convinced. We've been driving the truck so far. It's been running for 27 hours, almost 28 hours. We've done 1,500 miles so far, towing. This whole rig probably weighs close to 30,000 pounds. And this thing has not skipped a beat. You can just hear the turbo. Like it just sounds so good. So right now, we're in 5th gear, 73 miles an hour at like 2,500 RPM, but usually about 70, I'm okay with shifting it into 6th. If you let it shift into 6th, it like takes another bite, and it's like a rubber band. It's like, and it just has all the torque to go up the hill. So now we're pulling this hill in 6th, slowing down because some traffic. But like the power of this thing is just phenomenal. Like the compound turbo setup is a night and day difference from my 2018 truck, which was just the factory turbo. Still have the exhaust brake, still have all of the cool features. It just has way more power. I think the gearing in this truck is a little bit better. I think it's like 410s versus my last truck was 373s when we towed this same trailer with a very similar load. But overall, I'm super happy, super impressed with it. I'm just excited that we're actually able to use this truck for what it was meant to do, which was kind of always my plan, was towing this freaking trailer across the country with 2 cars in it and going to events and doing cool things. So yeah, we got 5 hours left of our, you know, pretty much 28 to 30 hour drive. Just gonna keep going. Alright guys, so we're actually about 18 minutes away from our destination and where we're going to be at in Connecticut for the next couple days, weeks, however long we're here. But as you guys seen earlier, we actually loaded up the giveaway S14, and the giveaway winner is actually at Tommy's shop right now waiting for us. We hit a little bit of traffic, but we're gonna pull up, and since he was so close, he was in New York, about an hour away, and so I went ahead and got him an Uber up to the shop. He's gonna check out the car, we'll go drive it, get his reaction and everything, and then he's actually gonna drive it back home. So pretty cool that we were able to actually meet up with him. Not necessarily deliver it to his house because we had the big old trailer, but it'll be cool for him to check out the shop and then see the car. Technically, he's gonna see our next giveaway too. So it's gonna be pretty cool. So only a couple minutes away and we'll be there. There's not really any good places to turn around down there. Hello. How you doing?
What's up, dude? How you
Good.
doing? It's weird to see you in person, bro. I've been watching you for like 8 years, and it's the craziest thing to see.
Yeah.
It really. Oh, I go with my wife, Luby.
Hello.
Yeah, so
He's so excited.
yeah, dude, this whole taking the Uber with you was insane to see. It was just,
It was cool that you were watching the live stream and how stoked
bro,
you were.
I went off.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why I'm sorry, but I know how to comment on, but I was like going off in my house.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. It really was. I didn't expect it at all.
He was on live, so I heard your phone ringing, and then his phone rang, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm like, is this real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, you know what's crazy? The shirt that I ordered to win came in today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came in today.
Yeah.
That won me the car,
Yeah.
which is insane. I was gonna wear it today, but I'm like, you know what? Let me wear something else. So, and I literally have a bunch of y'all merch.
Yeah.
Oh, I like.
No, I know. I seen you. You had 12 or 11 or 12 orders
Yeah.
from us in the past. So it's definitely cool to.
Yeah, bro. I enjoy your content. I really do.
So we are here with Christopher Rodriguez, and he is the winner of our 23rd giveaway, which is the SR-swapped S14 that we did the respray on it. The car's really rad. I'm excited for you to see it. So
Dude, I'm excited.
are you ready to? Let me do this stuff first.
Need some help?
You got to stand back. It's a little.
Let's do it.
Like I said, it's a little dusty. But it's
Wow, oh my god. That color is insane in person. Wow. Oh, well, I'll clean it up nice when I get home.
Do what?
I'll clean it up when I get home. Oh man, this is... Wow. That first startup, woo. Oh man.
I wish it didn't get so dusty, but yeah,
Dude, it still looks, that paint job, dude.
it looks really cool in the sun when and you can kind of see it, on the face it's
Yeah.
kind of blue, and then on the edge
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like that
When you
emerald
go around,
green.
yes, exactly. Dude, that's some, this color.
Yeah, when we were looking at
SR20, that SR20, dude. Ugh.
yeah, and it feels so good. It's just I've driven around my S14 and it feels heavier in the front because the JZ, cast iron block, turbo stuff, it's just heavy.
Right.
This thing, aluminum block, aluminum head, it's smaller, tighter, compact. The inputs feel better, it just feels a little bit more balanced in the chassis. So the Z32 brakes, they just feel good. That's just I think that's the most common. I don't think there's any Z32s with any brakes left on them. It seems like that's all the good that people use them for is to steal the brakes off of them. So,
dude, amazing job. Motion Auto, man, does their thing. Oh, I can't wait to drive this home.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Oh, it's gonna be massively fun.
Yeah, I like the wheels too. They're a reproduction of the factory.
Honestly, I'm speechless. I really am.
snowblower or something like blow
Bro,
off.
you good? Don't worry about it. You good, Trav? Don't worry about it. You're gonna make a grown man cry, man.
So what kind of Honda do you have?
Just a regular Honda Accord.
Nice.
It's 2000 with an F23 in it, but you know, like obviously I work. You know, my wife takes care of our son.
Yeah.
You know, he's autistic, so you know, things are hard. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not easy. So I work. You know, I'm a truck driver.
Yeah.
So.
Do you drive like a truck in the city, or yeah? How is that?
Brutal.
Yeah.
You just deal with the traffic every day. But I mean, I still love my job regardless. But it's you know, you just deal with the everyday traffic. You just know how to deal with it afterwards. But
yeah, it's pretty wild, like just driving this thing. I have a whole totally different respect for people like driving big rigs around every day, because like I'm stressed to get off exits at all. I'm like, I don't want to get off, you know, like, so it's usually not too bad, but sometimes you'll get off on those weird ones like accidentally, and then you're like, hey, how do you get off? Like we got off, what was it, some parkway.
Brooklyn, I work.
Yeah.
It'll be a tight, confined block. I gotta go down, and yeah, that's the troubles of dealing with like an everyday trucker in like New York, you know. But
how
that's
big
about
of a trailer do you have?
40 feet.
So it's still pretty big.
Yeah.
That's
High.
really big.
They're the high ones too. You know? Dump trailers. That's what I drive too.
Yeah.
So you know, but like going from that car to this.
Yeah, I think you'll be stoked.
Oh, dude, I'm the whole way. I've been cheesing the whole way, so I'm gonna cheese back the whole way going over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be smiling. Amazing. I haven't drove stick in like 8 years, so don't mind. You gave it a go home, bro.
Yeah, I think this car is gonna be perfect here in Connecticut. So yeah, we're gonna do some paperwork with him real quick. But yeah, the truck made the road trip. Everything did good. The trailer, everything was good. That was a long trip. We have our next giveaway car. What do you think of the next giveaway?
Dude, that thing is sick.
It's sitting over there on the other side of the trailer. We're gonna be in Connecticut for the next week building the next giveaway car. What do you think of the next one?
Great.
You like it?
They're gonna love it. YouTube is gonna love
which
it.
Which one would you rather have? This one or that one?
Don't put me in that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, the next one, for sure.
You would trade this one for that one?
Oh no. I mean, I love this one, but that one is. Yeah, you hearing about it? Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty cool. So we got a big build here coming up in Connecticut, which I'm pretty excited for. But thank you guys for the love and support on the videos. Appreciate everybody who got entered in on the giveaway. And shout out to the 6.7 Power Stroke for making it all the way to Connecticut without a single hiccup. Everything went really, really smooth. Appreciate you guys watching this video. See you later.